but I hear they empty the treasury. Snake in the Balizé.
Snake in the Balizé. Thank you, DJ. Good afternoon, Moruga Tableland. Let me hear you. I want to say good afternoon to my honorable political leader. And I know she's the next Prime Minister. To all my parliamentary colleagues, the chairman of the Princeton Regional Corporation, and all my young and dynamic councillors, you heard them here on the pavement tonight. A special good afternoon to the residents of the district of Lengua, Indian Walk. We are here in your community tonight. And to my constituents, Moruga Tableland, I love you and good night. We heard the song, Snake in the Balizé. It speaks about what? P&M mismanagement. P&M, they don't manage, you know. They just mismanage. P&M don't manage, you know. They just destroy. Snake in the Balizé. I want to give you a little snapshot of that song. This song was sung by the Mighty Shadow and was recorded in 1982, 41 years ago. This is the sum total of the P&M. Snakes in the Balizé. I am sorry for Trinidad. I know you heard the chorus. The snakes have been full in their pockets since then, and that is still being executed and done today. I can reference even further the Mighty Sparrow sang in 1982. You know what he said? We like it so, but in Moruga Tableland, we don't like it so. And that song spoke about the absolute mismanagement of our hospitals, our healthcare system, the food price, the cost of living. And that song is still relevant today. Is abundance and corruption, a failing agricultural sector. Tell me if anything is different today. It is not. But generally, each song spoke about the high cost of living. And this P&M government, people, we cannot survive underneath it. Allow me to add as well, the father of soca, Rashorty, I sang in 1984. Money are no problem, so we have the resources. Why are we suffering in our own country? That is the question I here to ask tonight. Why? Because of the snakes in the Balizé. Sorry for Trinidad. Mind you, these songs are 40 plus years old. These songs are older than I. And the Calypsonians have always been our historians. They tell our stories, and they have been telling it since then. Why haven't we not listened and gotten rid of the snakes in the Balizé? Let us identify the common thread, as I said. The trend among those songs is mismanagement, corruption, nepotism. You can't get a job if you're not related to a P&M. This is what P&M is good for. Some would say what they stand for. And today nothing has changed. I tell you, P&M stands for promises never materialize. Snake in the Balizé. Only their friends and their family benefit, while the rest of us in this sweet country, we suffer. I stand here tonight to tell you about the snakes in the Balizé. And you know what the snakes in the Balizé doing? They are thieving by the millions, and in some cases, by the billions. In Moruga Tableland, in the last local government elections, just as my colleague would have alluded to the fact, they tried to win a district, and in trying to do so, they spend millions. But on August the 14th, Moruga Tableland told them that we don't want no snake in the Balizé. I want to take this opportunity to thank all my constituents in Moruga Tableland, all the activists, all the foot soldiers, the chairman of the executive, and the members. I want to thank my then candidates and now councillors. As always, we are a team, and a team committed to work for the people of Moruga Tableland. PNM will never, and I say never. My colleague said he's hoping. I telling you, they will never have a seat in the Princeton Regional Corporation. Not today, not tomorrow, not next week. And I want them to listen. Princeton Corporation don't facilitate the snake in the Balize. Lengua Indian walk. Soon, what you already know, because we was robbed on the night. They didn't declare your councillor. But soon, your councillor, Ms. Nicole Gopal, will be declared. And I have a line here, all things being equal, because sometimes they like to say is a PNM country. So all things being equal in court. But come what may, she will be declared. We are ready to fight with you and for you. Anywhere you want it, whether it's on the pavement, in the ballot box, we will fight. Nicole. Councillor Nicole, put some respect to it. Councillor Nicole. Tell them, Moruga Tableland, I want to point out, you see, when I take a podium, and I want you to bear with me tonight. When I take a podium, yes, we have national issues. Look, Tiantec announced a blackout. I stand up here before you on this podium. My neighbor, one house across the road was robbed this afternoon. So I studied how I going home. Tiantec announced what? A blackout for when? Saturday. I am frightened. I am asking not only my constituents, but Trinidad and Tobago at large, be careful. I don't know what this government, but they have us as sitting ducks. All our lights will be off. So it's fair play, fair parang. My councillor told you, in Moruga Tableland, we know about paranging, but this PNM government, they have a parang bang out. Since 2015, they put out a parang ban of criminals plagiarizing this country. And as I said, bear with me tonight, because I'm here to point out the snake in the Balize. And I use that terminology to bring to you in context projects that was executed in Moruga Tableland. And each, if you go and do a site visit, you will watch it and say, that $90 million? I'm wondering. So I started there. Tonight I address matters of great concern to the hard-working citizens of Moruga Tableland. Had it been a UNC government in power, I would have been standing to tell you a different tale. I would have been telling you about grand projects, projects to come, projects already executed. But as I said, it is with a heavy heart I bring to your attention outrageous mismanagement that has marked our constituency with failed projects, one after the next. Mind you, none of these projects has met the mandate or the promises. However, the money continues to flow. It either goes in a pocket or in a snake hole. You see, there are several white elephants in Moruga Tableland. Mr. Bellman, you live 2 streets away from one. Saunders Trace, the agro-processing facility. Mr. Bellman, I say ring that bell because you know what I'm about to say. When you visit that facility, do you see $90 million? Or do you stand up and wonder, that is $90 million? Has that facility employed any of our constituents? Ring that bell, Mr. Bellman. The promises made to the people were grand. The ribbon cutting cost the taxpayers, but is nothing but disappointment after. Election coming again in 2025, and the snakes in the Balize once again come in to try to convince you to vote for them. But just remember, it's 8 years of suffering, 8 years of pain, 8 years of not knowing if you will have a job tomorrow. So we're telling those snakes, We don't like it so. Only them want to eat our food, as we say in local parlance. It's too much a snake. The next project I want to highlight, and the ribbon cutting ceremony coming soon, is the Moruga fishing facility. Now, anybody knows the history of this facility, it was promised even before I was born. They started in the election year of 2020. Now, this facility was meant to be a catalyst of growth for the fishing sector. But I want to tell you, this facility is nothing but an insult to the fishing folk in Moruga, Tableland. At 60+ million, this facility should have been completed, but more than that, more doubtfully, it will not meet its mandate. Is an ex-snake in the Balize. When you stand up, you want to know where the $60 million gone. Our hard-working fishing community deserves better, and we must press into action a unified community with the fortitude to hold this PNM government accountable. Which snake in the Balize benefited? And I want to take you to the biggest robbery in broad daylight, $178 million awarded for the Moruga Road. This was awarded in 2017. 2017 was 6 years ago. The minister is on record of recently, 3 weeks to a month ago. You know what he said? That $178 million is the date. 300, not 3 million, $300 million. I want to ask a question, and I want a response. Does the roadway in the constituency of Moruga Tableland reflect $300 million? I know everyone seated here took a car, a van. They didn't take any plane. I know MP Charles said we have 2 planes in the air guard. But I know everyone drove on those roads. And if you weren't careful, I might have had to call a wrecker, which would have happened in several meetings before, to go and meet persons to hike them out. Right on your way to this meeting is one of the greatest precipices right on by Lengua Memorial. So I know you drove. So you know that $300 million. Where it went? A snake in the Balize. Somebody pocketing me money. And I get into that point. The Minister of Works have to account to the citizens, to the constituents of Moruga Tableland. But here is one. In Moruga Tableland, there are 2 projects that was awarded 3 times. There is a landslip in front of the Rock River RC Primary School. That landslip was awarded 3 times. And each time, mind you, and hear me out, each time is a different contractor. Is this a tale of contractor glory, or is this a feeding frenzy on the treasury? But who pocketing the money? Where is our tax dollars going? Another tale of contractor glory or feeding frenzy is just after Mingot Street in Bastia. This landslip has also been awarded 3 times. I know and you know, if you call a man to even stick a tile, you're asking him, you sure that tile will last? If that tile fall out in 3 months, I want a refund. This government apparently not putting any contingency clause in the contract. So I can't blame the contractor. I blame the Minister of Works. Why is the same job being done over and over, and our money is being spent over and over? But it is being pocketed, I tell you. I tell you, it's snake in the Balize. I want to point out another snake in the Balize. We started 2015 with a phase 1. We end up with a phase 2. 2025, they want to bring a phase 3 in Gomez Straits, Ridgeview. I am telling you, they can't fix the sewer. They have houses. You ever see a house split in 2? Go in phase 2 in Gomez Straits. You ever see a contractor jack up a building, cut the pillars, and rest back down the building, and then the building, I tell you about snake in the Balize. And on top of that, the same persons they put to voter pad, as my colleague said, they thought they could cut Michelle. They try to voter pad. They want to voter pad again. The same persons, you know, they're sending out eviction notice. I'm telling you, a snake in the Balize. Like that set didn't vote for them, so they want to bring in a next set. A snake in the Balize. I'm telling you, a snake. Let me identify. Now, eyeshadow tourism. And I want to mention a little bit about Moruga Tableland tourism. Our local tourism is being hindered. And why is it being hindered? And it is an industry that could create employment. It is being hindered because of the poor infrastructure. Because of the poor infrastructure, many of you seated here may not have been to the Moruga Pitch Lake. Many of you seated here probably just think twice to go to the Cocoa Museum because of the road. Many of you seated here when last you went to Larafin by the Spring Bridge. Many of you seated here when last all you went and take in the scenic beauty that is the Devil's Woodyard facility. When last? To name a few, why these sites are not being patronized is because of the deplorable road condition. I am certain it is because of the massive landslips that is a major deterrent to local tourists and residents, creating a frustration when the day comes. Conversely, today I bring news of hope to encourage residents of Lengua Indian Walk that the light of hope shines bright. Come 2025, we will fix our communities, we will fix our constituency, and we will take back our country, Trinidad and Tobago. Hold the faith, hold on, don't be dismayed. The UNC government is what is needed for a betterment in this country. We are the next government, and they are frightened. I tell you, they are frightened, hence the reason the snakes are trying to pad their pockets. Tonight, we are in Lengua Indian Walk. Lengua Indian Walk, I feel your pain. I know your pain all too well. I would have visited every landslip. I know how much houses we have lost. In such areas as Sadat Road, Diamond Road, Realize, Lengua, Samuel Cooper, 6 Company, Perry Young, Madingo Road. It could be said that over 80% of this electoral district has deplorable roads. The Minister of Rural Development, and as his political leader said, Faris, 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 stated recently in Parliament, Sadat Road will be restarted in 3 weeks. And up to now, no contractor has returned to Sadat Road. But I want to tell you a little history about Sadat Road, because they're on the ground creating mischief, thinking they have a hope in Lengua Indian Walk. But more than that, it seems as though the people of Sadat Road are being punished. A contractor came and put up a board the 15th of June 2022 and claimed that the project will be completed in 4 months, the 15th of October 2022. We are 1 year, 5 months, and 8 days. That board is there. The road is the same. Nothing is being done. A bigger question is, has this contractor been paid? Did he collect my dollars and your dollars? To find out this, my office has filed a Freedom of Information request. I want to know, to report back to the residents of Sadat Road, why are they being penalized and victimized by this government? This situation is not unique to Sadat Road, but throughout the constituency of Moruga Tableland, namely Warwell and Lonely Road. Remember, I told you to hold on. Yes, the snake in the Balize, there are many, and they are biting hard. But remember, joy cometh in the morning. I want to tell you, when the United National Congress forms the next government, we will be building the communities in Moruga Tableland. We will be putting in place fire stations. We will be making sure that Moruga has a 24-hour health facility. That will be done in Rosha Douglas Road. We will also be building one in Tableland. I want to tell you, communities, and I see my brother, Mr. Shahid Alaham, seated here, in need of community centers, will receive community centers. I give you that undertaking, and that will be accomplished when the United National Congress takes office come 2025. Amongst us, we have our deputy political leader, Ms. Jolene John. And I like to call her a woman of action. And one thing I know that is coming when we win government in 2025, because I was told to submit the manifesto for Moruga Tableland, and I'm telling you, when we meet, and we continue to meet like this, you will see it unfold. That same fishing facility that they go in and play the open, I will make it a hub for entrepreneurs, a place where people could get employment, not just in the Moruga area, but communities on the outskirts. I am going to make sure that agro facility really do some processing. I am telling you, underneath the United National Congress, all our schools will be upgraded. Programs will be put in place. NASC and MIC will return to our communities and our community centers. These are some of the things. Security and safety and health is first and top of my agenda. I will fix the Pity Cafe Health Center, not just the parking, but upgrade it. I will make sure that these projects are executed. Moruga Tableland, we will benefit from employment, the jobs that will be created by the United National Congress. As we continue to meet, as I said, more plans will be unfold, because we are on this pavement report, not just to talk national issues, but to report to you, our constituents, and tell you what the first 100 days of us being in government will entail, what you will see in the first year of government and the second year. My deputy political leader will have that listing, and as we meet, I'm telling you, you will get the plans. Moruga Tableland, we are coming to fix. They are rough paving, I would say rough patching our roads. You will see what true paving is, not what that secondary road company did in Gomez Trace. You ever see a government give a contractor to pave over 4 landslips that is affecting 10 houses? I am telling you, go Gomez Trace and you will see what this government is doing. But when we take office in 2025, and now the lion is coming to roar, you will hear about the projects. You will hear about the plans. But one thing I love about the lion, he coming to roar and to bite Rowley. So I want to clear way in Moruga Tableland. So I clear way. Come.